Childhood was such that there was just one earning member, that was my father, and after my father I would say that I was the next immediate earning member, in the sense that I started tutoring kids when I was I think in my 12th grade, so maybe 17, 18. So I think that was the first time when the seeds of investment, because when you start earning, automatically it starts linking you to investments. So while I did not start investing, but that was the time when the thought actually occurred in my mind. So if you start earning, you should obviously start investing. First, most important thing is be aware that you need to plan for the finances. So my mom, for example, when we were kids, she was a homemaker. She never earned through her life, but she used to manage the entire house. So that is where you need to be aware that when you are able to manage your house so very beautifully, why can't you manage your investment side? So I think that awareness is very important. And once you are aware, the next level is financial literacy. And financial literacy means knowing what avenues are available for you to make that investments. Fortunately today the media is completely flush with information on how, where, when you can do it, and for everything else there is always an advisor. So I think more than mentoring, I think it is starting with the awareness. Second is the literacy bit, and then you combine the two together with some information from the media and of course from advisors, and then you start building your entire financial investment ecosystem. What has worked extremely well for me is investment in equities. Even as I speak with you right now, more than 85% of my own money is actually in equities. If you want to invest for stability, or stabilizing your income for the wealth that you have earned, fixed income is the way to go. But if you want to grow the investments, grow the money that you have hard earned, the best way and the most optimal way to do that is through equities. So for me, that has worked out exceedingly well. After realizing that traditional mode of investments will not help me grow my capital, I was initiated to the world of finance with investments in equities. And I think that is the biggest and the best decision I think that I have made, which so far has helped me take care of anything, talk about buying my dream house in my dream locality, talk about taking my vacations, and workaholics like me obviously need a break. So taking that break when you require all of that, I think equities has clearly helped, and that should be the way forward for any aspiring investment professional, specifically women, when they are taking the path to financial planning. And the earlier you start, the head start that you get in investments, that compounds into your returns, and the returns get magnified. And it's no wonder that Einstein says that compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. I am a die-hard fan of that statement. So it's a borrowed mantra, but it has worked so well for me that I would really want all your viewers to really go home with this thought, number one. Second thing is, most women whom I interact with, recently also I've been talking to a lot of women, and they say that ye mere bas ki baat nahi hai, it's not my cup of tea. And I believe it's your cup of tea, it's your cup of coffee, it's your cup of alcohol, whatever it is, but you can do it. It's the biggest myth that women cannot do it. I think women can be good homemakers, they could be excellent in boardroom. So I think you need to take that initiative within you, start early, and never mind, that it's never too late. If you believe, that's the third thing. If you believe, I did not do it at the age of 11, or I didn't do it when I was a teenager, it doesn't matter. Even if you are in your early 30s, early 40s, doesn't matter. If you've not, now is the time to take the plunge. So the point is, the take home from that is that how does it matter? We all fail, right? Whether we are emperors or we are empress or we are just normal human beings like you and me, it just does not matter. I have seen failures too. The biggest blunder I did in my early years of investments, I mistook insurance to be investments. And I took one of the most exotic plans. And over the years, I realized that look, insurance is nothing but a risk premium on your life. And then I made amends. So the beauty is in identifying what your mistake is, probably avert that failure to become, a chronic one. I don't think getting intimidated by failures is going to be, I don't think that should be a showstopper for sure. Retirement probably in the 50s would be a better suited for me. But knowing the workaholic in me, obviously I would not be able to sit at home. So something to do with financial literacy in the world of education on the financial side, combination of a counselor, as an advisor, as a mentor. I think a combination of those three is what I see myself, maybe 10 years, probably even earlier. As I'm working in my journey, I continue to do some of it in bits and pieces, but I think 10 years down the line, I would want to dedicate more time to it. Today, honestly, I'm not able to give my 100% to it.